Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Clannad. So today in game, we are on April 20th, which is a Sunday, so there is no school for Tomoya, sorry, I keep messing up his name, Tomoya and Nagisa and all the rest of the students. So let's just jump right into it. All I want to do is check on how she's doing. I went to visit Furukawa Bakery when afternoon finally came.
いらっしゃい。っ
Welcome!
て、またてめえかよ、小僧。
Not you again, Brett. Why, I'm sorry about that, old man.
何度俺に勘違いさせるんだ。客らしい面して入ってくるんじゃねえよ。
Don't just come in here like a customer. You're always making me guess at that.
客じゃないなら、もっとそれらしく振る舞え。
Don't act like don't act like a customer if you're not a customer. And how should I do that?
そうだな。
Well, let's see.
犬のように四つん這いになって入ってこい。だったら、異様すぎて客だと思わない。
Crawl over here like a dog. Wouldn't that be pretty strange for a customer? Could be.
で、何の用だ?
Well, what do you want? How's Furukawa doing? How's Nagisa? Does she have a fever?
ち、一日ぐらい我慢できねえのか。寝てるからそっとしておいてやれ。
You sure can't wait just one day. She's sleeping, so give it up already.
ちなみに、上ごとでお前の名前なんて言ってねえぞ。うぬぼれるな。
Anyway, she's not delirious so as to mutter your name. She's not like that.
言うとしたらこうだ。
If she said anything, it'd be something like this.
お父さん大好き。超かっこいい。
Oh, I love you, Daddy. You're so cool.
超美人なお母さんと超似合い。
And my beautiful mother, both of you look awesome.
ってなもんだ。いやー、参った参ったって。
And that's about it. Oh well, oh well. I think the one with the fever is him. Hey, I'm asking you seriously. He inhales and exhales a dark cloud of thick smoke from his cigarette.
微熱だ。大したことはねえ。早苗がついてるから安心しろ。
She has a slight fever. It's not that serious. Sanai is with her, so don't worry about it. I see. I was actually pretty relieved hearing the old man's words. Then she'll attend school tomorrow, right?
渚を学校に行かせてほしいか。渚と学校で乳くり合いたいか。
You want Nagisa to go to school? You really want to see her that badly?
だったら売れ残りの早苗のパンを。
If so, here, take some of Sanai's leftover bread. Sanai-san! I walk further inside and call her.
俺は早苗のパンが大好きだ
！I love Sanai's bread! He followed up with shouting of his own.
お前、死んでみたいか。
Hey, you want to die?
お前のせいで俺だけ夕飯は早苗のパンだったんだぞ。
It's your fault I had nothing but her bread for dinner. The way you put it, it's like it's a bad thing. Sanai-san!
バカ
You idiot!
やっほー今日の晩飯も早苗のパンだぜ
I feel like having Sanai's bread for dinner tonight!
あって何言ってんだ俺は
Hey, what the hell did I just say? You were the one who said it. If you don't keep your promise, Sanai-san will cry again. There's nothing else for me to do here, so I turn to go.
おい小僧
Hey, Brad. Huh?
ただでくれてやるから持って帰らねえ
Don't just leave empty-handed. Why don't you take some of this home? I don't need any. I coldly reply as I leave. Well then, what should I do now? I don't need to think too hard about this. I already know I'm going to spend it inside Tsunohara's room. I'm on the street heading to the dormitory.
おい、そこのあんた。
Hey, you there!
あんただよ。
I'm talking to you. Me? As I turn around, I see a young man beckoning me.
頼む。ちょっと来てくれ。
Please, come here a minute. I guess. Up ahead was an automobile. Beside it, a man wearing a helmet and work clothes. A truck was also stopped nearby. Oh, I know this scene. Okay, well, it's a good thing that you stopped. Was there an accident?
こっちだ。ここを見てくれ。
Over here! Come and take a look! The young man pointed at the hood of the car. Taking a closer look, there was clearly a round dent. And?
それで、その場で見上げたら、この作業員の兄ちゃんがいたってわけだ。
And if you look up ahead, there's that worker over there. And looking up ahead, there was a ladder propped up against the streetlight. Looks like it's undergoing repairs.
何度も言っているが、
Ah! I love this character so much. No matter how many times you say it,
工具を落とすようなヘマはしない。
that dent doesn't look like that dent doesn't look like it was caused by a dropped tool.
もししていたとしてもだ。
But
それを隠すような真似などしない。
but suppose it was. I wouldn't try to act like I were hiding it.
自分で気づかないミスだってあるでしょ。
Maybe you dropped something and didn't notice.
ねえ、あんたもそう思うだろ。
Hey, don't you think so? The man turned to me.
この人は俺の車の真上で作業してた。
This man was working right above my car.
落としていないと言い張っているが、何かを落としたからこうしてボンネットがへこんでる。
He insists that nothing fell, but because something did, my hood's been dented like this.
どっちが常識的か言ってやってくれよ。
Tell us which story makes more sense. Who knows?
さあねって、あんたも常識のない人間なのかい？参ったな。
What do you mean, who knows? Are you a man with no sense either? I give up. To be honest, I couldn't care less. It would be better if I didn't get dragged into this.
じゃあ、あんたの会社に電話させてよ。事情説明するから。
Then call your company, explain what happened. I've got nothing to do with the situation. But we're gonna watch a little longer.
修理代を払えというのなら、払ってもいい。
If you want us to pay the cost of repairs, we're fine with paying it.
けどな、いつかは振り返って、もう一度よく考えてみてほしい。
But you know, someday I'd like you to one day look back on this and think.
あの時の電気工が言っていたことは、偽りだったのかどうかを。
About whether or not this electrician was lying.
それを、あなたが最も気の許せる場所で。
Although you should do that in a place where you feel comfortable with.
そう。あなたが愛する人のそばでだ。
That's right, next to the one you love. I love him because of his cheesy lines.
え、何言ってんのあんた。
What are you talking about?
人の日常とは、傷つけ合いの繰り返しだ。
People get hurt every day.
他人を疑うことも無理はない。
It's only natural to distrust strangers.
けど、何もかも信じられなくなったら、そんな悲しいことはない。
But if you can't believe in anything at all, well, that's really tragic.
誰の言うことも信じられなくなるなんて、それは、他人の愛を感じられなくなることと同じだ。
To not believe in anything anyone says, that's the same as a man that has become unable to feel love.
一人きりになることと同じだ。
It's the same as being alone.
なあ、俺たちはたった一人で一体何ができる？
Now, what are we able to do alone? The man in work clothes steps closer to the car owner.
人は一人きりでどこまで歩いて行ける？
Where can people go all on their own?
あんたは、一人きりで辛い思いをしてはいないか？
Have you ever had painful feelings all by yourself?
卑屈に生きていないか？
You couldn't live on in such servility, could you?
素直に笑えているか？
Could you seriously laugh?
多分。
Well, probably not. The man replied with a dry laugh.
そうか。なら、あんたは愛されているな。
In that case, you can feel love.
じゃあ、
Well,
その愛が消えてしまわないよ 強く生き続けてくれ。
Continue on living so that love doesn't disappear.
ああ。
What cool and magnificent words this man is saying. While wearing a helmet,
今日も愛を照らし続けるよう俺は働こう。
I shall work so that love may shine brightly even today. And with that, he climbs the ladder.
って待て、電話番号。
Hey, wait! I need your company's number!
そうだったな。事務所の電話番号だったな。
That's right. The office number, what was it?
ああ、そうだよ。
Yeah, right.
名刺でいいか。
You fine with the business card?
ああ。
Yeah. Touching the hood of the car, I examined the dent. It looks like a cat.
何が？
What does? The worker asked. The dent here, the corners look like they've got footprints. Maybe it jumped from this wall over here? The two men exchanged glances. The worker came over next to me and looked in the same way.
本当だ。
You're right.
え、
After that, the young man stood beside me, narrowing his eyes.
あ、本当。
Hey, you're right. The worker softly slapped the man's shoulder.
まあ、こういうこともあるさ。
Well, these things happen.
濡れ衣着せちゃって悪かったね。
Sorry for falsely accusing you. As if in a hurry to get away, the man jumped into his car and sped off. Taking a deep breath, the worker glanced at his watch.
こいつはまずいな。
This is bad.
あんた暇か？
Got a minute? He asked, looking at me. Huh? Well,
よし、手伝ってくれ。
come on, help me out here. With?
もう一本街灯を向こうに追っ立てる。
Setting up one more streetlight. Huh? Why me?
時間がないんだ。それにそれだけ若いんだ。力も有り余ってるだろ。
I'm out of time. Besides, you're young. You should be full of energy, right?
ちゃんと金も払う。小遣い稼ぎにはいいだろ
I'll pay you too. You can call it pocket money. Sure, let's help out. We have nothing to do anyways. I'm not really a maintenance worker, but, well, whatever. I guess I'll help him out. But I won't be fixing anything, just helping you to set up.
う。ああ、
The familiar road that I commuted on for so long. I felt a little uncomfortable about it being changed in any way. First of all, I wonder if there should be any streetlights at all. Saying that, the worker had a puzzled look on his face.
あった方が安全だろ。
It's much safer that way.
この辺りは日が暮れれば真っ暗になる。
The area around here becomes pitch black when it gets late. I guess so.
街は人が住む場所だからな。人にとっていい姿に変わっていくべきだ。
It's where people live, so they should look good. It's not oppressive, is it?
またおかしなことを言う。
More strange words.
道自体人のためのものじゃないか。
The road's for people, isn't it? I guess so, sure.
じゃあ、手伝うのやめるか？
Then you're going to stop helping? No, I'll help. First of all, I'm not the kind of person who should even care about something like this.
よし。じゃあ早速始めよう。
Alright, then let's get started.
お疲れ。助かったよ。
Good work. Thanks for helping me out. I can't lift my arm. Because I've been supporting him this whole time against the streetlight. On the other hand, the ladder was unstable just from him being on it. My thighs are tense and my calves hurt too. I sat down on the ground, trying to catch my breath. I was confident in my strength, but I couldn't say the same for how I looked. Isn't this supposed to be a job for two people? I was gasping for air as I spat that out.
働くのは初めてか。なら無理もない。
This is your first time working? Then don't push yourself.
どんな仕事だってこれくらい普通だ。
No matter what work there is, this much is normal. The man said that coolly, in contrast to me, who should have been able to handle this job with no problem. More than that, I realized how easy and carefree my life has been. Certainly, it was quite stupid to be reluctantly thinking of such small things. Throwing myself into society would mean that these kinds of days would be like this, wouldn't it? Apparently, I can't read confidently right now. Though that's what I imagined before. It was tougher than what I imagined. However, this guy doesn't seem that much older than me. For this guy to shrug it off, casually saying, "This is normal," well, I was shocked.
どうした？落ち込んだような顔して。
What's with that gloomy expression? Nothing.
でも結構使えたよ、あんた。
But you were pretty helpful. Not worrying about it at all, he patted my shoulder.
初めてのやつと組むともっと手間取る。体力ある方だ。
You really take your time when you work with others. You've got some strength there. I see. That wouldn't help anyone.
あと今日は2件か。
Only 2 more for today. Saying that, the man looked around. I can't believe it. Even after all that work just now, the guy's ready for a second round? On top of that, the same thing that happened this morning might happen again.
後でもう一回戻ってくる。手当はその時に渡す。
After this, I'll make another round and come back. I'll pay you then.
お待たせ。
Sorry to keep you waiting. No, not at all. You did come back at least.
ほら、バイト代。悪いな。半分しか出なかった。
Here's your pay. Sorry, I can only give you half.
一日働いてないのに、丸々出せるかって言われてな。
Even though you didn't work a full day, I did ask if you could go around. The man presented me with a gray envelope. It appears that the company's name is written below. With my arm still smarting, I opened the envelope. Hey, this isn't a mistake, is it?
ん？そんなことないと思うが。
I don't think so. I handed over the envelope so the man could take a look.
違わない。そんなに少なかったか？
No mistake at all. Isn't it enough? On the contrary, I think it's too much. From what he said earlier, this was half of what it would have been. What if it had been the full amount? With that much money, I could cover my own food expenses with ease. But that's naive thinking. Someone with a cold and worthless personality like mine isn't suited for this job. Without a doubt, I'd be hated real fast and thrown out. Then exactly where am I going to be? I shook my head. I hadn't given that a thought until just now. Well, I'm sure whatever happens, happens. For now, I'll just try to enjoy myself.
そういや、自己紹介もまだだったな。
Speaking of that, I haven't introduced myself yet.
名刺渡しておくよ。
Here, I'll give you my business card.
吉野だ。
The name's Yoshino. I'm Okazaki. I take his business card. Written on it is the electrician company's name and the name Yoshino Yuuske.
じゃあ、急ぐんだな。
Well, I've got to hurry up and get out of here. Picking up his things, he made his way to the truck parked by the side of the road. Getting inside, he waved his hand at me and left with the dull roar of the engine. Once again, I turned my gaze to the business card in my hand. Yoshino Yuuske. Where have I heard this name before? Where exactly? I can't place it. Maybe I'll go ask Sunahara. Where have I heard this guy's name before? As I laid down, I immediately mentioned the workman.
そりゃ狭い町だからな。出会っていても不思議じゃないだろ
Well, it's a small city, so running into someone isn't all that strange. No, it's not the face I remember, it's the name.
へえ。なんて名前なの
What name? I forgot.
思い出せよ。ほら、名刺とかもらってないのかよ。
Remember it, man. Come on, you've got his business card, right? I have it.
出してくれ。
Get it out. You get it out.
どこから？
From where? From my pocket.
超武将者っすね。
You're a mega slouch, you know. Alright. Taking out my wallet, I take out the business card along with some paper money. Ah, here it is. Yoshino Yuuske.
吉野祐介。
Yeah, it's right here. Violently snatching the card from my hand, he looked at it as if he was going to devour it.
どんな顔してた？
What did he look like? Huh? When you ask that, he looked like, the look in his eyes seemed scary. Well, I guess he was good looking.
他には？
Anything else? Afterwards, he magnificently said some really cool words. Something like, you couldn't live on such civility, could you? Or, could you seriously laugh?
ぐわー、それ伝説の MC 本物だよ。
He's the legendary MC! The real McCoy!
なんだよ。今はこんな街で電気工なんてしてんのか。
So what? He's working as an electrician right now? What do you mean by now? What was he before?
この人、プロのミュージシャンで CD とか出してたんだぞ。
That dude was a professional musician putting out CDs. Seriously?
ああ、カリスマ的な人気っていうの？テレビも出ないのにかなり売れてたんだぜ。
Yeah, it's like he's got charisma, right? Even though he didn't appear on TV, they sold well.
お前もラジオとかで耳にしてたんじゃないの？
Maybe you've heard him on the radio. Probably.
多分探せばテープあるよ。聞いてみるか？
I bet I'll find a tape. Want to hear it? Sure. Digging in the bottom of a cardboard box, Sunahara brings out a single cassette tape.
妹が好きだったんだよ。
My sister loves this. Your sister?
ああ、妹だよ。いるって言ってなかったっけ？
Yeah, my sister. Didn't I tell you I had one? You never did tell me anything. You never did tell me everything. Damn it.
待て、話題が変わってないか？
Wait, don't change the subject, okay? Yeah, right. First of all, it's Sunahara's sister. She's got to be some kind of ghost. Thinking that, my interest suddenly fades.
ほら、これで聞いてくれ。
Here, listen to this. Okay. Placing the tape into the recorder, I put on some headphones and push play. The sister that I had just referred to as a ghost liked normal rock, it seems. No, this wasn't just normal. It was actually pretty good. No, it wasn't merely pretty good. It was damn good. From what I could hear of the lyrics, despite the overpowering music, it almost brought me to tears. What is this? Is this some sort of sympathy? I take off the headphones.
なかなかいいだろ？
It's pretty good, isn't it? I see. So this is the man she heard and yearned to possess so badly.
誰が？
Who are you talking about? Your sister.
最初から人間だよ。
Hey, she's a human being, you know. Sorry, my imagination went too far, and your sister became a ghost.
飛躍しすぎだ。
That's way too far.
で、音楽の方はどうだったんだよ？
So, how's the music? It's great.
なあ、イカスだろ？
Stylish, ain't it?
妹が好きだったんだけどさ、僕も聴いてるうちに悪くないなって思うようになってさ。
Even though my sister likes it, when I heard it too, I couldn't think of it as bad.
ま、ボンボヘイにはかなわないけどね。
Well, compared to Bomba Head, it's nothing.
これ、妹が僕のために作ってくれたベストなんだぜ。
This is the best compilation tape my sister's ever given me. Your tape's making a weird sound. Oh, look, it's tangling up and spinning around.
え？
I'll try taking it out.
やめてくれ。
Please don't! Opening up the cassette door, I grab the tape and yank it out. Oh, God. Like seaweed being tossed about, One side of the tape dances around.
妹が作ってくれたベストがなんてことしてくれるんだよ
How did it come to this? Well, calm down. The real dude's here in the city, right?
だから何なんだよ
And what? You can have peace of mind?
ならねえよ
Hell no!
くそお前の宝物も壊してやる
Damn it, I'll break something important of yours!
何のベストだエロベストか最初のインタビューのところだけを集めて編集してやるエロベストか
What kind of best of compilation you've got? Best of erotics? A best of erotics with an interview compilation at the beginning? Now, take it easy. I wouldn't compile such meaningless stuff anyway. Come on, the real dude's in the city, so we could borrow a CD. Borrowing, that's the same thing as getting the best compilation, isn't it?
本人に CD 借りるのか
Borrow a CD from the man himself? Yeah, he should have one himself, right?
そりゃ持ってないわけないだろうけど
Well, of course he wouldn't.
でも本人に借りるってすごい発想だなそれ盲点だよ
But borrowing it from the real guy would be pretty damn cool. That's a blind spot. Yeah, but the real guy's around. It's like something cool will come out of it.
サインとかもらってやったら妹のやつ喜ぶだろうな
If we can get his autograph too, my sister's gonna scream. Yeah, no kidding. So let's do it.
あからさまに茶を濁しにかかってんね
You're quite deceptive, you know that? Not at all. I'd also like to hear your sister's delighted voice as well. Probably go something like, Kiki!
な喜び方しねえよ
She wouldn't be delighted like that. Come on now. Come on. Let's go find him right now. He might still be around.
たく頼むぞ本当に
Jeez. Alright, I'm really counting on you. He wasted little time getting up quickly.
思い出したんだけどさ
I just remembered something. As we were leaving the dormitory, Tsunahara suddenly stopped himself. What's that?
今音楽のことを本人に切り出すのはまずいかも
Something about asking the man himself about his music might be bad. Why?
今はもう見ての通り音楽活動はしてないんだけどさ
Because he's obviously not working on his music anymore.
最後はかなりすさんだ状況だったって聞いたことある
And in the end, I heard he had a real crazy situation.
そん時のことを知ってるファンだったら絶対に声をかけられないようなさ
If there are fans around him that know about that time, he definitely won't talk. But we're not fans.
お前怖いもの知らずだね
You know no fear, do you? Or rather, no matter what kind of situation I find myself in, I know no fear.
お前はそうかもしれないが僕は結構気にするよ
That might be true for you, but I'm pretty damn worried. Why?
サインもらってやらなくちゃいけないからな
Because I have to get his autograph. You have a sister complex, don't you?
違うよ恩を売っておきたいんだよ
That's not it. I'd just be doing her a favor.
後々便利じゃん
It might be useful later too, right? Well, when you put it that way, you should just do it.
だからなこっちから切り出すのはやめよ
That's why, see? Stop trying to put me down. Then what are you going to do?
うまく様子を探ってみようぜ
Make it look like we're real cool. And how are you going to do that?
そうだな僕たちバンドやってるんですって反応を見てみるとか
Let's see. Say we're starting up a band and see how he reacts.
話に乗ってきたらさ好きなアーティストに吉野祐介の名を挙げてみる
I'll get the topic going and casually mention that our favorite artist is Yoshino Yuuske.
わだかまりがなかったらさ正体明かしてくれるよ
There will be no bad vibes, so he'll just be himself.
実は俺その吉野祐介なんだよってさ
Actually, I'm that Yoshino Yuuske, you see.
そしたらサインもらえるよきっと
If we do it like that, then I'll get his autograph for sure. I suppose, yeah, it would be cool if it works out.
お前もちゃんと協力しろよ
So you should help me work on this.
そもそもお前が僕のテープをパーにしてくれたところから話は始まってるんだからさ。
You're the one who started this talk in the first place after ruining my tape. And how am I going to do that?
話を合わせてお前も一緒にバンドやっていることにしてくれればいいよ。
Join in the conversation and say that you're going to be in the band too. So I'll be the one who plays the triangle?
いまいちバンドっぽくないね。
That's not very much like a band. And then I'm the guy who comes up with the lyrics for the next song.
即興の合唱じゃないんだから、そんなやつバンドにはいないでしょ。
This isn't an improvisational chorus, so there isn't someone like that in a band. Or, oops, I read that whole word wrong. I read too fast sometimes, sorry. Oh well. Then what's okay?
ドラム
Drums. I can't do that.
できなくても嘘でいいんだよ。カマかけるだけだからさ。
You can't, but you can lie, since this is just for a show after all. We're taking this to a professional, you know. We throw that in, and he'll likely to catch on. Or he's likely to catch on.
別にこっちは素人なんだからいいんだよ。
I'm not really an amateur, so that's alright.
何質問されても、ドラムってモグラ叩きに似てますよねって答えておけよ。
No matter what he asks, just say that you hit the drums like whacking moles. Is that really going to work?
ああ。そして僕はギタ
Yeah, and I'll be guitar. He plays guitar he plays guitar too, doesn't he? Wouldn't playing the same thing be bad?
ー。逆だ。同じ楽器にしておかないと話が盛り上がらないだろ。
On the contrary, if we don't play the same instrument, we can't really get a conversation going. And would he talk with someone who can't play?
どうとでもなるさ。まあ見てろって。
One way or another, it'll work. Well, just you watch. Regaining my willingness, we start to walk. We met here earlier.
いないね。
He's not around. Because he drove off in a truck.
じゃあいるわけないよね。
Then he can't be here, can he? I guess not. Not here.
車に追いつくって無謀じゃない？
Isn't chasing after a vehicle a bit reckless? But he said he had work to do, so he's probably somewhere in the city.
街のどこかって、適当な。
Somewhere in the city. Like where?
ウォーリーより難易度高いっての。
Compared to Where's Wally, this is much harder. Obviously that's well, if you guys know what Waldo is, then you know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like that. And so we walked around some more. We had passed by the station 3 times already.
やっぱいないね。
I guess he really ain't around. Well, up until now the truck hadn't stopped. Looking to the side, there was signs of someone at work. There.
どこどこ？
Where? Where? Come on, let's go. We chased after the light truck.
あの作業服の人？
That guy in work clothes? Yeah.
やべえ、緊張してきた。
Oh.
漏れそう。
Oh crap, I'm nervous, I'm gonna burst. Yo. I called the workman who was finishing loading his stuff onto the truck.
おう、さっきはサンキュな。
Oh, it's the guy I thanked earlier. He replied, seeing my face.
どうも。
Yo there! Sunahara peeked out from behind me.
誰だ？
Who's that?
僕、岡崎くんの友達で、篠原って言います。
I'm Okazaki-kun's friend, Sunahara.
なんだ？あんたも手伝ってくれんのか？
What, you came to help too?
いや、僕は今腰を痛めてて、いつつ。
Well, actually, my legs are in pain right now. Ow, ow, ow.
そうなのか。そりゃお大事に。
I see. Well, you better take care of that.
でも、現場の仕事って興味あるなって思って。
but I was kind of interested in the work you were doing
うー
here.
ん。
それでいろいろと話を聞きたいんですけど、いいですか？
And I thought we might talk a bit. Is that fine?
ま、仕事もキリがついたところだし、暗くなるまでな。
Well, that's all the work I've got anyway, so we can do that at least until it gets dark.
うっす。
Looks like this went off without a hitch.
僕ら進学校に通ってるんすけど、勉強サボっててすでに進学諦めてる組なんすよ。
We go to a school for people graduating to university, but we kind of skip out on lessons, so you could say that we're not really people who are moving on. We're sitting on a bench, they began to talk. Or sitting on a bench, they
う
began
ー
to talk.
ん。
だから高卒でもつける仕事を探してて。
So that's why I was thinking of a job a high school graduate could get.
まあ、うちの仕事なら、そりゃ学歴なんて問わないが。
Well, if it's my job, they don't ask for academic background.
でも、まだ1年あるんだろう。進学諦めるには早すぎやしないか？
But you guys still have a year to go, right? It's a bit too early to give up on university, isn't it? Tsunohara completely hung himself over hearing that question.
今は勉強じゃなく音楽をやっていたいんすよ。
Right now, I don't really want to study. I'd rather play music.
音楽？
Music?
僕たちバンドやってるんす。
We're forming a band! Exactly what kind of look should I expect? In the end, I heard he had some real crazy situation. If that's really the case,
へえ、バンドか。
a band, huh?
そいつはいいな。
This guy's pretty good. He has a ridiculously good impression.
楽器は何やってんだ？
So what instrument do you play?
僕ギターっす。こいつはドラム。
I'm guitar, this guy's drums.
へえ、あんたドラムやってたのか。なかなか難しいだろ。
Your drums, huh? That's pretty hard, isn't it? I hit the drums like whacking moles. He has a ridiculously dubious face.
まあ、叩くという行為は同じだけど、似てるかね。
Well, sure, it comes up with the same sound, but is it the same?
で、あんたはギターか。
So, your guitar?
うっす。ギターっす。
That's right, guitar.
指見せてみろ。
Show me your fingers.
指っすか？
Fingers, huh? Holding on to one side of Tsunohara's hand, he rubbed his fingers.
本当に弾いてるのか。
Do you really play?
え、
See, you got caught.
むちゃくちゃ弾きまくってるっすよ。毎日練習漬けっす。
I ridiculously play a lot, like every day.
そうか。
I see.
どんな練習だ？
What kind of practice?
こうガガガッと。
He stroked his right hand up and down.
まだコードだけか。
Still just chords?
コードというと。
Chords? That's chords?
和音だよ、和音。
I'm talking about common chords, triads.
和音っすか？和音は難しいっすね。
Triads, huh? Triads are difficult, yeah?
今の持ち方だと、パワーコードか。
What you were doing just now, that was a power chord.
ま、最低それぐらいはできないと、何もできないもんな。
Well, if you can't even do the basics, you can't do a thing.
そうっすね。パワードスーツぐらいっすね。あははは。
Really? Just power suits at least. You changed your words, didn't you?
何？
What is it?
吉野さんはギターに詳しいっすね。もしかして弾けるんすか？
You know the guitar pretty well, Yoshino-san. Perhaps you play? Straight to the point.
そうだな。多少は。
I suppose. More or less.
じゃあ見せてくださいよ。ぜひ聞きたいな。
Then please show me. I'd love to hear it.
お前な。
You know,
人に頼む前に自分の聞かせろよ。
before you ask people to play for you, you should play yourself.
え？
明日ギター持ってこい。聞いてやるから。
Bring your guitar tomorrow, and then we'll jam.
アドバイスぐらいはしてやれると思うぞ。
I think I can at least give you some pointers.
あ
Yoshino Yuuske steps into the light truck and sees off the now frozen Tsunohara. This is a bad turn of events, man. You don't even have a guitar to begin with.
ああ、なんとかするさ。
I'll work something out. Alright, and so this is where we're ending the beginning of April 21st, a Monday in game. And I hope you really like this series so far because I'm really liking it. As I had said before, I watched the anime multiple times. I basically have the story down already, with the path that I'm trying to go on in the series. But it's in the game, so it's a lot more detailed than it is in the anime. So it's kind of a new experience for me. But if you did like this video, please hit that thumbs up down below. And don't forget to subscribe to become part of the legacy today. And I will see you guys in the next episode. So, bye-bye!